Proverbs chapter number 1. God said, I stretched out my hand. You wouldn't regard. When God stretched out his hand, he said, I called you. That's 2 things he did. Third thing, he said, you wouldn't have none of my reproof. He said, then you would not have none of my counsel. So he stretched out his hand. Come on. You're welcome. Help me, somebody. When God calls you, when my children were small, if I call them, they better come. You don't ignore me. When God calls you, honey, you ought to be breaking yourself down. It's a sign of the favor of God. Help me, somebody. You wouldn't have none of my counsel. You wouldn't have none of my proof. So he said, therefore, I wasn't planning all this. He said, I'm going to laugh at your calamities. I'm going to mock you when your fears come up on you. God said, you'll call me and you won't answer. I won't answer. He said, you sow the wind, you'll reap the whirlwind. Y'all ain't there. Sister Backslid came to the church and told one of our bishops, she said, I came. She said, it's too late for me. Listen to this. She said, it's too late for me. She said, when I say, Lord, have mercy, I hear the mocking, Lord, have mercy. I said, Lord, have mercy. Hear the mocking, Lord, have mercy. Because God is laughing at her. He said, I came to tell the saints to stay with God. When the Lord touches your spirit, don't harden your heart against God. Throw up your hands like David. At least David, he committed fornication. And we talk about David's fornication, but you're still reading his Psalms. Because if you read the 51st Psalm, it's a Psalms of penitence. He starts out, have mercy. Oh, Shamana, have mercy on me, oh God. Mercy means I know I deserve judgment. But according to your loving kindness, according to your tender mercies, blot out my transgression. Wash me. Give me a clean heart. Help me, somebody. Renew the right spirit in me. My spirit is wrong. Oh, God, help us, Lord. Help the church. Help your people, Lord. Help us. Paul said to the Corinthian church, you walking around all puffed up. You ought to be dealing with sin. You want to know how God feels about it? Sit down, y'all. Make me nervous. You know how God deals with sin? In the next chapter, they went up to Jericho. The Lord said, don't touch the cursed thing. Hello? Because the Lord said, the first city is my tithe. First fruits. Y'all don't like this. That's next Sunday, y'all. First fruit. God said, honor me with your substance and the first fruit of all your increase. It's a difference between the tithe. Come on, talk to me. So God said, the city is mine. You can have all the booty of the future cities that you should take, but that's mine. Don't touch it. Let me help this church. How you going to sing and dance and all that and you don't even honor God? God said, if you don't honor me, I won't honor you. That's all right. I'm on the right page. And God says, I'll curse your blessing. Read the word. That's in Malachi chapter number 2. God said, if you don't do what I tell you to do and honor me, he says, I'm your father. Where's my honor? Honor is transposed as honorarium. Touch your neighbor and say, you're talking about money. Because y'all love the Lord till it comes to money. Son was singing a few minutes ago, said, God bless you, son. He was singing, I surrender all. And I told, I said, some. And that's what the lyric of the song says. But we got places where we draw the line. If the Lord said, come up here and empty your pockets today. He didn't say that, so don't get nervous. He means what he says. But you can't give to God and God not bless you. Some of you all are holding up your own blessings. I'm glad I don't preach for money. You didn't call me, you can't buy me. Some folks buy the pastor cars and clothes and stuff. That ain't gonna get it. Tell your neighbor, say, you got to do the right thing. Let me deal with these. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help myself. I'm not playing. I'm too old to play. I thought I was transitioning a couple, 2 or 3 weeks ago, a month ago. It's all right. I'm still here. Y'all pray for me. Look what you got. But I couldn't die until I at least delivered this message. Don't get mad at the mailman. How many are genuine about your salvation? You really, you're in here to see the Lord. We say, I'm going through, I'll pay the price, whatever others do. Listen, until you give up Isaac, Abraham had to take the son that he loved. Read the 22nd chapter of Genesis and put him on the altar. And then put yourself on the altar. They first gave themselves to the Lord. Why y'all complaining about next Sunday we got to give up a week's pay, a day's pay? Listen, God can take it all. Those people over in Haiti, if that would have withstood the judgment, they've been glad to give it up. We're so blessed in America. But can I tell you that there's a reproach that we're going to have to bear? God is not through with America yet. Righteousness exalted the nation, but sin is a reproach to any people. I'm talking about the reproach of sin. When did we start to debating whether we would marry same sex? When? And that's in the church. When did we allow practicing homosexuals and lesbians? Where is the indignation? It's not cute. God designed a man to be a man. Y'all see that? See, y'all look at you. You don't have to like me. But when we start to practicing wickedness, anything goes. Hashaba. But God is calling us back to holiness. If you don't stand up for something, you'll fall for anything. Have a spiritual backbone. Straighten yourself up. Talk to me, somebody. I heard one of the ministers preaching about one of the key songs out there today and so on. I'm going to get into it. But in the lyric of the song, it says, until you leave church, you're not going to get what you want. And he blasphemes Jesus. And then movies like Jesus being a homosexual, Jesus marrying, having relations with me. Y'all don't live here. When I hear stuff like that, because of the holiness of God and because I love God, it does something to my spirit. Oh, God, I'm on the road now. You think the Muslims and Islamic would allow you to talk about Muhammad like that? Where is the righteous indignation? When are the saints going to stand and say, for God I'll live, for God I'll die? It's wicked. It's wrong. And if God changes his mind, he's going to have to resurrect Sodom and Gomorrah, get on his knees and apologize. God hates wickedness. God hates sin. And he designed an eternal punishment. And the first negative about hell is God won't be there. Everything is good is about God. Are y'all still with me? Am I making sense?